radio what the name of the book is, they're going to misspell it. I had a hard time coming up with the name of the book. I was originally going to call it like Lone Star Wolf or something like that because it takes place in Texas. I wanted to play into that angle, but I realized that the werewolf is a great pun, and there had never been a book or movie called Werewolf before. But now I know why. It's just because it's really hard to tell people the name of your book and have them know how to spell it properly when they go onto Amazon or wherever they're going to buy their book.
Okay. Well, too bad you weren't living here in my town. I live in a town called Ware, Massachusetts, but it's Ware.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, werewolf. That would be pretty cool. But I mean, all right. So let's. Any inspirations from any of the werewolf movies or any werewolf comics that I see Werewolf by Night behind you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Any of
Werewolf
the
by Night was a huge inspiration. The whole thing started, like I said, like I was working for a paper in College Station, and I took a trip up to Philadelphia, and I was hanging out in a hostel back in my 20s, and I was chatting with this other guy in a hostel about comic books, and we started talking about what we would pitch to Marvel or DC if we ever had the chance. And I pitched my idea for a Werewolf by Night reboot, which was basically this idea where it would start with a guy who had to find a werewolf in a furry convention, and he actually becomes a werewolf, and it becomes like the series of misadventures. And I put this idea back in my back pocket. Just I didn't think I would ever have the chance to write a comic book. Cut forward like 20 years, and I during COVID I got laid off, like a lot of other people in the world. I didn't have anything going on for the first time in 20 years. I didn't know what to do with my time. And so I decided, I'm going to actually go and write this comic book idea I had when I was 20 years old. And that's the thing. I took this idea that was like my fan fiction for Werewolf by Night and turned it into my own idea.
That- and you struck gold. I mean, it's at the story itself. What kills? Did you steal? Or let's say, did you? I don't want to say
Hey,
steal.
Donald.
Hello, Donald. Donald, thank you very very much. We really appreciate it. And this is Rob. Thank you very much for treating the Angry Geeks like stars on Saturday. Um, did you use or borrow any kills?
I didn't borrow any kills, but what I did do is, so I thought to myself, how would I kill a werewolf if I had to kill a werewolf? And silver bullets being like a big idea of like, that's how you kill a werewolf. But like, where do you find silver bullets? Like, if you just were told, hey, you need to get silver bullets in an hour, what would you do? And so I actually went to Walmart and I went up and down the aisles and looked for anything that had silver in it. And so I found like a silver baseball bat, silverware, like forks and knives and spoons. I found like deodorant has traces of silver in it. And so I have this whole scene in the first book, Werewolf, where the main character has to kill a werewolf, and he goes shopping at Walmart and he buys all these things: silver baseball bat, silver forks and knives and spoons, silver lace deodorant, and that's how he tries to kill the werewolf, is through all these things that he bought at
Oh.
Walmart.
Hum. Okay, what was that?
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
No. All right.
We're moving on.
Yes. How did? How much research did you have to go through to find out that the deodorant had silver in it?
I honestly was had nothing going on in my life at that point, so I could have the time to just go through a Walmart for like 3 hours and look at every single thing I could find on the shelves to see what could possibly have silver in it. And so I sat there literally for 10 minutes reading the ingredients of a stick of deodorant and saw silver works out.
Okay. When it came to the art, how did you choose the artist that you wanted to work with, or did he just sing to you? Did they just sing to you?
Yeah, so I went on Reddit. There's great communities on Reddit that help you find comic book artists. There's a great community on Facebook, like connecting writers with artists. And the as soon as I saw Deborah's artwork, the artist, of course, is Deborah Lincolnesi. She's from Italy. As soon as I saw her artwork, I knew that's who I wanted to work with. She had this great like Scooby Doo vibe, where like going back to my inspiration of Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf, I was able to, kind of channel into that idea of this being a little bit of a adult cartoon. There's it looks innocent. It looks, like a Saturday morning cartoon, but it's dealing with all kinds of crazy stuff that you would never see in a Saturday morning cartoon.
If we were to make this into a different type of medium, We're going to bring it to streaming.
Yeah.
I know my choice already, but what would you like? Would you like it animation? What would you like it live action or CGI?
So I would love animation. I'm a big fan of what's happening right now in the world of adult animation. So the book was actually optioned by one of the producers of Rick and Morty, and so
Whoa.
they're trying to turn it into an animated TV show right now. So fingers crossed, in a couple of years we could see
Yeah,
that on streaming or on TV. But yeah, I would love to see an animated version of Werewolf come to life.
that'd be cool. Okay. Speaking of
Congratulations.
werewolves,
Yeah, speaking of werewolves, is that your
Yeah,
dog?
yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
so
What was the
New Zealand Ninja says, "Isn't there a full moon tonight? Is there? Because that'd be
There
a
is.
coincidence.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect
Mhm.
day. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when I would buy one of the Lone Ranger. Hey, you're staying out of my collection. I do have Lone Ranger silver
You
bullets here.
make the silver bullets.
I don't know how to
Yeah.
make silver bullets. I guess I could learn.
All right, so let's get back to your shop. Did you do researching on how to make silver bullets, or how did the main character make the silver?
Well, so in the book, like he doesn't have the chance to make the silver bullets because he, only has a couple hours to kill this werewolf before, it turns a furry convention into an all-you-can-eat buffet. So he has to make do with the stuff he can find at Walmart. So really, like the majority of the research I had to do was actually learning about the furry community. So my search engine history is completely screwed over, and I had to explain to my wife why I was spending so much time on DeviantArt.
I
But
love that. That's a good website.
it is a great website.
Yeah.
But I learned so much about the furry community, and we deal with a lot of other stuff. We deal with like the vor community. Being able to explain to my wife what vor was over breakfast was fantastic.
That I don't know. What vor?
So vor is like when people are into the idea of like other people eating other people. So like kind of
Oh,
like
that's a thing.
cannibalism, but it's not so
What?
much like the cannibalism. It's like having them inside of you. It's like just consuming somebody whole. It's crazy
Okay.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Very interesting. Okay.
I don't know why they have anthrocon. Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, especially in Texas, summer heat in a furry costume. That's a
Ooh,
recipe for
hot.
nasty sweat. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, passing out and stuff. Yeah.
Now, have you brought the book to a furry con?
So I am waiting I have this opportunity to go to a furry convention. Every time I go to try to apply for an artist alley, it's always sold out. Those furry conventions are like super competitive on getting into them, especially the ones here in Texas. But I've been able to go to all these great conventions across Texas, across the United States. I've done a lot of book tours when the first book came out, and it was fantastic getting a chance to meet a lot of the furry community and have them read the book and tell me how much they enjoyed seeing the community in the book, because one of the rules I set for myself was I didn't want to make the furry community like the joke. I never wanted to punch down and make fun of these guys and gals. I wanted them to be like the heroes of the story, and so it really meant a lot to me to have the community tell me, hey, this book treats the furry community in a really great way, and that was my goal, and I'm glad I pulled it off.
Well, there you go. Furry community. Let's make him a guest. Don't make him pay for a table. Let's make Rob a guest.
I
That
will
way
go to
he can
any
get-
furry convention. Yeah.
Yeah, let's make him a guest at one of your cons, man. And he can show that book. Now, Rob, I don't have a still, but do you have a copy of the mugshot or the lineup? Can you hold up that book?
Yeah, yeah,
for us?
yeah.
All right. I know it's in the back, but I'm going to put you full screen because I
Yeah,
want to
okay.
see
Hello,
that.
Junior.
Hey,
There you go.
Junior. Yep. But if you can hold
I don't-
up the actual book.
Actually, let me check. Yeah. Hold on.
I like the posters. Very cool.
Yeah, that's what I want him to show right now.
Here you go.
Nice. Oh, it's thick. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. You get 300 pages. This is the original, in black and white, like I said. Great Scooby-Doo-esque art.
Awesome.
So now, if you look at it, it is a lineup. Now,
So yeah, I sent Deb the poster for Unusual Suspects, and I was like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Within an hour, she had drawn this cover, and I was like, yeah, nailed it.
Whoa.
When I
That
saw
was
that,
fast.
when I saw that with the Dropbox,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, should I use that one for our thumbnail? But it's not about that book. It's about the other one, the newer one. And links to this, okay, guys, are in the description of this episode. So please go to the description of the episode. You have links to both books there. Click on that link, get the book, okay? And then we'll talk about Rob signing these books later on in the episode. But right now, just go pre-order. Pre-order the book and get the first book now. Click those links, put them in your cart, and just wait. And then we'll talk about how Rob can sign them, because our audience members love to get stuff signed. They love their stuff signed, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I fell in love with that cover. That's chef's kiss, man. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
When you got told, yeah, the second book, you're going to do it in color, did you already have the color scheme in mind, or did you go over the palette over and over again?
Yeah, no. So in when we were doing the first book, there's actually 2 pages of color in it that I snuck in there. That I had Deb color just for storytelling reasons. And when I saw Deb did all the coloring herself as well, and so when I saw her coloring for those 2 pages, I was like, yeah, no, we need to do the second book in color. I don't care what it costs. We're gonna make this happen. And so for the second book, we set out to do it in color. It took 4 years to make the second book, and big part of that was because it was all in color, and I made sure to pay the artist out of my own pocket to make this happen. And so getting that money took a little bit of time, especially because I got married halfway through that process, and I had to promise my wife I would stop spending money on comic book art and start saving some for our wedding. But the end result was a beautiful book.
Oh my God, it is. All right, and Mango, just one of the best mods in business, had just posted the link to the
The link,
website.
yes.
to get the
DMAC asks, what is it called again? And I Am Not That Innocent asks, do you sell your book on Amazon?
Yeah, both books, the new one, Curse of the Werewolf, and the original Werewolf, are both available on Amazon. They're available on Barnes & Noble. And you can actually read the first book now on Global Comics for free. I posted the entire first book on Global Comics, the whole book, for free as a way of getting people caught up before the sequel comes out next month.
That's
All
awesome.
right, now-
That's so cool.
Now, please remember, it is not spelled the traditional
Yes.
way. You got to spell it. You know what? Before we go to our first break.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go
there
for,
you go.
Here's the book.
Yeah. Werewolf.
There you go. That's how you have to spell it. All right. We are going to take 30 seconds for the Erica Legacy Foundation. Sophia, that's all you.
All right. Okay, Erica Legacy Foundation is a foundation that exists to help people in need that are going through an emotional or a mental time. Mentally hard time. If you or anyone you know or loved one is going through a hard time, please check out the Erica Legacy Foundation. The website is theericalegacy.com.
It's now time for quiz with Quimsel.
And Sophia on the beat, we turning heads, bringing heat to the street. Get ready now, it's our time to shine. Feel the rhythm, every move is divine. Feel the madness, it's a party in your soul. Feel the madness, let the good times roll. Feel the madness, come and join the ride.
All right, I'm going to ask a question, and you have to answer correctly. First will be our guest, then chat, then Lewis. The question today is, how old was Lady Gaga when she released her debut single, Just Dance, in 2008?
Rob, that's all you. How the hell am I going to know that?
I'm going to go and just guess 19.
Okay, chat, how old was Lady Gaga when she released her single, Just Dance?
I listened to him.
27.
I listened to him. How the hell am I supposed to know that?
Okay, Lewis. All right. What is this? But is the werewolf a werewolf? Whoa, I like that. I see what you did there. And a
Yeah,
werewolf.
answer the question, D-Mac.
Self a werewolf.
Help me out.
Sophia on the beat. Okay, Dengrave guesses 22.
Okay, thank you,
Ninja says 23. Okay. Mango says 26. DMAC says no idea. Ben
That's my
says
answer.
20.
Okay.
Jay says 20. All right. So, Lewis? Just throw a number.
Rob.